What is a study permit? The study permit is a document we issue that allows foreign nationals to study at designated learning institutions (DLI) in Canada. Most foreign nationals need a study permit to study in Canada. Make sure you have all the documents you need before you apply. You should apply before you travel to Canada. Your study permit is not a visa. It doesn't let you enter Canada. You may also need a visitor visa or an electronic travel authorization (ETA). If we approve your study permit, we'll issue one to you with your study permit. Eligibility requirements. Qualify as a fully vaccinated traveler. If you're under 18, you don't have to be fully vaccinated. You do need to study at a designated learning institution (DLI) with an approved COVID-19 readiness plan. Are enrolled at designated learning institution. Prove you have enough money to pay for. Owe your tuition fees. Owe living expenses for yourself and any family members who come with you to Canada, and owe return transportation for yourself and any family members who come with you to Canada. Obey the law, have no criminal record, and get a police certificate, if required. Are in good health and get a medical exam, if required, and prove to an officer that you will leave Canada when your study permit expires. Your responsibilities. While studying in Canada, you must make progress towards completing your program, respect any conditions listed on your study permit, and stop studying if you no longer meet the requirements. Depending on your case, there may be conditions on your study permit, such as if you're allowed to work in Canada, if you're allowed to travel within Canada, the specific date you must leave Canada, where you can study, as specific DLI listed on your permit, and you can't study at a DLI other than the one listed on your permit. Whether you need an immigration medical examination. Proof of acceptance. Your school must send you a letter of acceptance. Include the original or electronic copy of your letter with your study permit application. Conditional acceptance and prerequisite courses. If you've been conditionally accepted, this means you need to take prerequisite courses. For example, these might be English as a second language or French as a second language courses. You must complete these before you can start your main study program. If this is the case, we'll only issue your study permit for the length of those courses plus 1 year. Once you're accepted into your main program, you'll need to apply for a new student permit to extend your stay as a student. Exceptions. If you're the family member of someone who has a study permit or work permit application that's been approved in writing before you come to Canada, you don't need a letter of acceptance. Proof of identity. When applying for your study permit, you and each family member who comes with you to Canada must have a valid passport or travel document. Online applicants. Upload a copy of the information page of your passport when you apply online. If you're approved, you must then send us your original passport. Citizens of the United States have some options on the identification documents they can carry. Lawful permanent residents of the United States must travel with a valid green card or equivalent official proof of status in the U.S. and a valid passport from their country of nationality or an equivalent document. 2 recent passport-size photos. The name and date of birth of the person should be written on the back of each photo. Proof of financial support. You must prove that you can support yourself and the family members who come with you while you are in Canada. You can prove your funds with proof of a Canadian bank account in your name if you've transferred money to Canada. Guaranteed Investment Certificate, GIC, from a participating Canadian financial institution. Proof of a student or education loan from a bank. Your bank statements for the past 4 months. A bank draft that can be converted to Canadian dollars. Proof you paid tuition and housing fees. A letter from the person or school giving you money, or proof of funding paid from within Canada, if you have a scholarship or are in a Canadian-funded educational program. Minimum funds needed to support yourself as a student and family members who come with you. Example: if you and 2 family members want to come to a province other than Quebec for a year, you will need living expenses, $10,000 for the student. Living expenses, $4,000 for the first family member. Living expenses, $3,000 for the second family member. Total, $17,000. If your country uses foreign exchange controls, you must prove that you'll be allowed to export funds for all of your expenses. Letter of explanation. This letter helps the visa officer to understand you and your goals. It explains why you want to study in Canada and that you understand your responsibilities as a student. You should include this letter if you decide to apply for a study permit, even if you don't have to get a study permit for your program. Once you have been approved and are packing to come to Canada, be sure to get your medical needs covered for you and your family by applying for Canada Super Visa Insurance from Insurdinary.ca.